Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to February's angel reading. For many of us, February has come in with quite a bang. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. No matter where you're at, I'm hoping that the angels will help you to get some clarity so that you can start to enjoy February and all its amazing glories. The deck, of course, is the Angel Tarot. I love part of it, and then other parts, it just feels like they gave up. I'm not a big fan of what's called the pips, or the ace to 10 in this kind of, here's just, 8 cups. It's not my favorite. I have been working on an angel deck for a very long time. It's one of those things I pick up and put down. I've put down for a while, and every time I grab this deck, I say, I gotta get back into it, and then life be lifing. Eventually, I will be able to do it. And then I have the Angel Inspiration Oracle. I love this deck. I wish that there was a deck like this in the tarot. Just saying. This deck is done by Kim Dreyer. So if you're listening for some reason, tarot, yeah, it'd be great. Be great. A lot of times I use the angel or healing with the angels oracle too. I wasn't feeling it today, so we're going to be just using these two decks. All right, let's look at what the angels want to share with you guys. And yes, the Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday. It's not necessarily that you have to do anything special for that. Angelic energy is unconditional loving energy. The more love you have in your life, whether that be you doing your favorite things for you, fantastic. That's important, apparently. Or if you go and hang out with friends, or you have a special someone. The loving energy, it doesn't matter where you get it from. Make some plans over the next couple of weeks. And then transcend it throughout the year. Have specific date nights or times you go out with your friends where every, first Thursday you go for, cake or something. When we have that compassion and that loving energy, we're able to infuse our life and ourself with energy that our body can use. And many of us require and have a huge deficit just because life be lifing. And that happens. Now the Hangman, it's a gorgeous rendition of the Hangman. And I don't like the blurbs that it has. Don't mind that. The Hangman is a card that talks about letting things go. Not trying to micromanage and do everything. Allowing for that support. And especially as I was shuffling, I was getting that unconditional loving energy. Don't try and manage it. Don't try to dictate how it should come forward. Just allow things to come forward. Embrace things as they are, how people want to share it with you. And if you're finding that you need more, guess what? You can amplify that in your life. Easy way to do that is by treating yourself with that respect, that kindness, that compassion. Now, a lot of times people talk about the Hangman and letting go and letting the universe take control. In a manner speaking, yes. You want that universal energy to support you. However, please don't wait for the universe or somebody else to do something for you. You don't want to swing the pendulum from one extreme to the other. There needs to be a good balance. Yes, you want the support, you want the information. However, we do need to do some action. We have to be an active participant in our life because we do have free will. The universe will not do things for us. It does make things easier for us by sliding things together or bringing people into our lives. However, it doesn't make things happen for us because of free will. We have the Four of Swords, usually a rest and rejuvenation card. Again, it just feels like we need to start to take some action, not micromanaging action, but taking those steps. Again, looking back, do you need extra unconditional loving energy? What does your body need? And some of us really need to give. So maybe going out with their friends and family, directing it and kind of giving subtle nudges to self is basically the overall feeling there. We have Justice, the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and Death in reversal. Okay. I like how you have a lot of major arcana. The influence, the information, the support is there. Of course, major arcana are the major archetypes of certain energies. The truth and balance, truth and balance, right? This is kind of the lawful card, if you will. The Magician, trusting in self, using our everyday tools to support us. The Death card, it's a transition and a release card. It's in reversal because we fear change. And that's across the board. Us humans hate change, yet still need change, because if we get stuck, that's when we see the mental health start to slip. The important piece here is going to be being in control of self, being honest with self, not hypercritical, honest. And no, guys, if there's parts of your life that you don't like, you can start to gain some extra direction from whether it be a high vibrational being, your friends and family, but you can make some changes. And I would suggest making small shifts, small steps forward, so that you don't get overwhelmed and that you don't derail yourself. Because jumping head into something will cause more anxiety, more fear. So we start in one point, do a leap of faith, and then we start to regress back to fear, and we pass where we started from. So we regress backwards, causing more problems for self. Don't call it change, call it shifting. It's an easier word to embrace, and take it slow. Have the compassion for self. That's going to be a huge piece. We don't have that because we have fear of what is being shared here. And of course we do. We know and trust what we have. Whether we like it or not, we know and trust it. That's why we micromanage to the hilt, because we're afraid of what if. Slow things down. That way the what ifs aren't so in your face. We know that we do need to get up and go. This is a rest and rejuvenation card. It's not that we're resisting the rest and rejuvenation. It's more that we've had enough. It's now time to pick up some of these pieces. Lots of intuitional energy. So trust those little spidey senses. We know when we're in danger, or if something we're doing is very wrong, or sometimes very right. Trust those spidey senses. And when we do have that what if fear, stop, take a deep breath. If you need to, you can run your hands under some water. It helps with the anxiety. It helps with that release. And then step back and give yourself a break. It's too quick. I know it's easier said than done. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. However, the angels are saying this is a time that you need to be honest with yourself. We haven't been, or we've swung again. That pendulum goes from one side to the other. Either we're avoiding it, or we're crashing hard and being hypercritical and vicious to self. We need that good happy medium. And what I would say is take the hurtful words, the hurtful thoughts and feelings out. And you do that by looking at it as if it was, say, your twin going through the same thing. This is where they're at. This is what's happening. You take out that emotional heart to the situation and you just follow your head sense. And we know that from these two cards. Sword of truth and knowledge. Swords are all about knowledge. You use your head to think it through. Do you need to plot out every course of action? No. And believe me, if you do, you're going to get really frustrated because 2 steps in, you're probably going to have to change it. Just know where you're starting from and start to look at what fuels you. Where is your creative sense? What is your soul song? And that soul song is things that feed you, fuel you. You feel amazing doing it. They empower you and they're a positive outcome for other people. So whether it's something that they can prettily look at, that inspires them, it doesn't harm others. Then you start to use your tools around you, you're trusting in yourself to start to take those steps forward. And again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Is it going to be as easy as I said? No. You'll have good days and bad days with it. And will you get it done in the next month? No. No, you won't. However, you can start that progress. It's not always the end result that is the most impactful. A lot of times it's that journey, how you get there. You experience and learn the most from that time. So don't rush. And again, that's part of the hangman, is not rushing forward. You're trusting in that divine timing. You're trusting in self. And what's more is that you are enjoying it. The trick with the hangman is that, yes, he's suspended from the tree of life and he looks precarious and scary. However, he's trusting in the universal energy. The original card had a halo around his head, hence the connection to the high vibrational energy. It also had instead of both feet being bound up, only one, he was hanging by 1 foot, and the other foot created a 4, a crossroads. Most importantly, his hands were behind his back, showing that he wasn't just leaving it solely up to the universe. He was trusting in his self, his abilities, and what he could achieve to get it done. There it is, happiness. Like I said, that loving energy, it creates happiness. It's an energy we can use. Let's be honest. We want this. Some of us have it and some of us don't, or not enough of it. Positivity attracts positivity. Let's use some law of attraction to our benefit here. Cherished innocence. Yes. So this talks about going back when you believed in yourself. When life wasn't so hard and you weren't so jaded, because we all are. It's going backwards to have that playful, creative belief in self. You could slay those dragons and apologies to all the dragons out there. Yeah. Let's say slay the monsters. I think that feels better. Slay the monsters and your flashlight was a sword. That playful, creative openness is going to be important. generosity. Now, many of us are willing to give to others with no thought. There's no hesitation. However, when it comes back to giving to self, we're like, yeah, nah, others need it more. We need to have that compassion and generosity to self. Just like in an airplane, you need to put that mask on yourself before you help others. You're giving without ensuring that your reservoirs are full, which is really you're wearing your system. So start to fill those reservoirs. And you can do that through your creativity, through connection, positive connection, I should say. Universal heart. I like this. The connection. Our soul song helps to empower self and inspire others. It doesn't hurt. It amplifies the energy, the positive, loving energy, and whatever it is. And that's the greatest thing, is that what one person wants to achieve and really sings and connects to that heart is totally different from what you do. That's going to be the power that humans have. We have lots of free will, we've got lots of free choice, and we have a lot of ability to create. And we need to start to use that, not only for our physical self and well-being, but our spiritual and emotional well-being as well. I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope this helped to really inspire you to not only embrace the loving energy that has very much been advertised as seen as below, but also to start to connect in and to nurture and have compassion for self. If you did like this session, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought. What are your next steps forward going to be? And if you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any further content, as there's a lot more coming forward. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I provided a link below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope you feel more inspired to take those steps forward. Until tomorrow, my friends.